Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a critical topic for any organization investing in artificial intelligence: how to measure the return on those investments. AI has the potential to transform operations, drive revenue, and unlock new efficiencies, but without a solid framework to quantify its impact, it's difficult to justify the resources and effort required. That's where this session comes in. We'll walk through proven methodologies that help you assess both the tangible and intangible benefits of AI initiatives. You'll learn how to calculate business impact, understand the full spectrum of costs involved, and evaluate long-term value creation. And to make this truly actionable, we'll wrap up with a hands-on workshop where you'll build your own AI ROI calculator tailored to your organization's needs. Whether you're just starting your AI journey or looking to optimize existing projects, this framework will empower you to make smarter, data-driven decisions that align with your strategic goals. And LT, number, and GT.
Let's take a moment to walk through the roadmap for today's session. We've structured this presentation to guide you through the full life cycle of AI ROI measurement, from initial impact assessment to long-term value realization. First, we'll explore business impact, where we'll dive into methodologies for quantifying AI's financial contributions, including revenue generation and cost savings. You'll learn how to identify the metrics that matter and how to tie them directly to business outcomes. Next, we'll move into the cost framework, which provides a comprehensive breakdown of all the costs associated with AI, from implementation and infrastructure to hidden expenses like compliance and technical debt. Understanding these costs is essential for accurate ROI calculations. Then, we'll shift our focus to long-term value, where we'll look beyond immediate returns and explore how AI contributes to strategic differentiation, operational efficiency, and ecosystem growth over time. This section helps you build a more holistic view of AI's impact. Finally, we'll wrap up with an ROI calculator workshop. This interactive session will guide you through building a customized calculator tailored to your specific AI initiatives. You'll leave with a practical tool that empowers you to make informed investment decisions and communicate ROI clearly to stakeholders. Let's talk about the challenge many organizations face when trying to measure the return on investment for AI initiatives. Unlike traditional software projects, AI doesn't always deliver immediate, easily quantifiable results. Standard ROI metrics often fall short because they don't capture the full spectrum of AI's value. Benefits can be indirect, spread across multiple departments, or emerge over time, making them harder to attribute and measure. Another complexity is the time to value. AI projects typically require longer ramp-up periods due to data preparation, model training, and iterative development. And let's not forget that AI implementations often pivot midstream as teams learn and adapt, which can make initial projections obsolete. That's exactly why we've developed this framework. It's designed to help you overcome these challenges by providing a structured, comprehensive approach to ROI measurement. You'll be equipped to assess both the quantitative returns, like revenue and cost savings, and the qualitative benefits, such as improved customer experience or strategic differentiation. With this framework, you'll be able to make confident, data-driven decisions about where and how to invest in AI.
Now, let's dig into how we calculate the business impact of AI. This is where we start translating AI capabilities into measurable outcomes. There are three primary categories to focus on: revenue generation, cost reduction, and user value creation. First, revenue generation. AI can drive top-line growth by improving conversion rates, increasing average order values, and even enabling entirely new revenue streams. For example, a recommendation engine might boost sales by suggesting higher-value products, or a predictive model might help identify new customer segments. Next, cost reduction. AI excels at streamlining operations, automating manual tasks, reducing error rates, and improving overall efficiency. These savings can be substantial, especially when scaled across departments or processes. And finally, user value creation. This is often overlooked but incredibly important. AI can enhance customer satisfaction, improve retention rates, and positively influence Net Promoter Scores. These metrics reflect the long-term health of your customer relationships and brand loyalty. The key to successful measurement is identifying the primary value driver of your AI feature. Is it revenue, cost, or user experience? Once you know that, you can design specific metrics to track its performance and tie those metrics directly to business outcomes. Now that we've identified revenue generation as a key value driver, let's explore how to calculate its impact with precision. There are 3 primary methods we recommend: direct attribution, A/B testing, and incremental value analysis. First, direct attribution. This method is ideal when you can clearly isolate the revenue generated by an AI feature. The formula is straightforward. Take the difference between conversion rates with and without AI, multiply that by the average transaction value, and then by the total transaction volume. This gives you a direct estimate of the revenue uplift attributable to AI. Next, A/B testing. This is a powerful way to compare performance between users exposed to AI and those who aren't. You split your audience into test and control groups, then measure the revenue difference. The formula calculates the percentage uplift by dividing the difference in revenue by the control group's revenue. This method adds statistical rigor and helps validate the impact. Finally, incremental value analysis. This approach isolates the specific contribution of AI by comparing its performance against a rule-based or manual alternative. Multiply the performance difference by the user volume to estimate the incremental value. This is especially useful when AI is part of a larger system and you need to tease out its unique contribution. Each of these methods has its strengths, and choosing the right one depends on your data availability, system architecture, and the nature of your AI feature. The goal is to ensure your revenue impact calculations are both credible and actionable.
Let's bring these concepts to life with a real-world example. A mid-sized e-commerce retailer implemented an AI-powered product recommendation engine to enhance their online shopping experience. To measure its impact, they designed a controlled experiment using a 50-50 split. Half of their users received AI-driven recommendations, while the other half continued with the previous rule-based system. They focused on 3 primary metrics: conversion rate, average order value, and items per order. These metrics directly reflect customer behavior and purchasing patterns, making them ideal for assessing revenue impact. Using direct uplift comparison and statistical significance testing, they were able to isolate the effect of the AI system. The results were impressive. The AI recommendations drove a total annual revenue increase of $2.7 million, with a payback period of just 9 months. That means the investment in AI paid for itself in under a year and continued to generate value beyond that point. This case study highlights the importance of thoughtful experiment design and rigorous measurement. By clearly defining metrics and using robust attribution methods, the retailer was able to quantify the value of AI and build a compelling business case for further investment. To accurately measure ROI, we must understand the full spectrum of costs associated with AI initiatives. This slide breaks those costs down into 3 categories: implementation, operational, and hidden costs, each of which plays a critical role in your total cost of ownership. Starting with implementation costs, these are the upfront investments required to get your AI project off the ground. They include data collection and preparation, model development, integration with existing systems, infrastructure setup, and initial training. These costs can vary widely depending on the complexity of your project and the maturity of your data ecosystem. Next are operational costs, which are ongoing and often underestimated. These include cloud and compute resources, storage, API usage, monitoring, maintenance, and retraining cycles. AI systems are not set and forget. They require continuous tuning and support to remain effective and accurate. Then we have hidden costs, which are frequently overlooked but can significantly impact ROI. These include risk mitigation efforts, compliance and governance requirements, technical debt from rushed implementations, knowledge transfer across teams, and opportunity costs from delayed market entry or misaligned priorities. The cost magnitude, represented here from single to quadruple dollar signs, varies based on your organization's size and the complexity of your AI initiative. To ensure accurate ROI measurement, it's essential to track costs across the full lifecycle and across all contributing teams. This holistic view enables smarter budgeting, better forecasting, and more informed investment decisions. When planning an AI initiative, one of the most strategic decisions you'll face is whether to build in-house or buy from a vendor. Each path has its own cost structure, timeline, and implications for control and scalability. Let's break it down. Initial investment is typically higher for in-house builds. You'll need to fund a dedicated team, infrastructure, and development cycles, often ranging from triple to quadruple dollar signs. Vendor solutions, on the other hand, usually involve licensing and integration fees, which are more moderate. Time to value is another critical factor. Building in-house can take anywhere from 6 to 18 months, depending on complexity and team maturity. Vendor solutions can often be deployed in just 1 to 3 months, giving you a faster path to impact. Ongoing costs also differ. In-house builds require continuous team support, infrastructure maintenance, and retraining. Vendor solutions typically involve subscription fees and periodic integration updates, which may be more predictable. When it comes to control and customization, in-house builds offer high flexibility. You can tailor the solution to your exact needs. Vendor solutions, however, are limited to what the provider offers, which may constrain innovation or integration. Finally, consider scalability costs. Scaling an in-house solution often requires significant engineering investment, while vendors usually offer tiered pricing that includes scalability features. To make an informed decision, factor in the time value of money and the opportunity cost of delayed market entry. Sometimes, the faster deployment of a vendor solution can outweigh the long-term customization benefits of building in-house. To make informed decisions about AI investments, you need a clear picture of the total cost of ownership, or TCO. This slide outlines a structured approach to building a TCO calculator that captures all relevant costs over a 5-year horizon. Start with an initial assessment. Inventory your existing assets, define the scope of your AI initiative, and establish a realistic timeline. This sets the foundation for accurate forecasting. Next, estimate implementation costs. Include development expenses, licensing fees, and integration efforts. These are your upfront investments and should be broken down by team, technology, and timeline. Then, project your operational costs. Think about compute resources, storage, staffing, and ongoing support. These costs accumulate over time and can fluctuate based on usage and scale. Don't forget risk assessment costs. Quantify the potential expenses related to risk mitigation, compliance, and failure scenarios. These are often overlooked but can have a major impact on your bottom line. Finally, compile your TCO projection. Build a 5-year model that includes sensitivity analysis for key variables like compute costs, team size, and retraining frequency. This helps you understand how changes in assumptions affect your total investment. A robust TCO calculator should be updated quarterly as actual costs become available. This ensures your financial models stay aligned with reality and gives you the agility to adjust your strategy as needed.
While short-term ROI is important, the true power of AI often lies in its long-term value creation. This slide outlines 3 dimensions to assess that value: strategic, operational, and ecosystem. Let's start with strategic value. AI can be a key differentiator in competitive markets. Metrics like competitive differentiation score, market share impact, and intellectual property creation help quantify this. Additionally, building a data moat, where your AI becomes more effective over time due to proprietary data and platform extensibility, are signs of strategic maturity. Next is operational value. AI can dramatically improve internal processes. Look for gains in process efficiency, team productivity, and decision quality. Accelerated time to market and optimized resource allocation are also strong indicators of operational impact. These improvements often compound over time, creating sustained value. Finally, consider ecosystem value. This includes the broader impact of your AI systems on developers, partners, and the community. Metrics like developer experience, partner ecosystem growth, API adoption rates, and integration scalability reflect how well your AI integrates and scales across your organization and beyond. Long-term value assessment requires both quantitative metrics and qualitative evaluation. It's not a one-time exercise. Revisit these assessments regularly as your AI capabilities evolve. This ensures you're capturing the full spectrum of value and aligning your AI strategy with long-term business goals.
AI investments often take time to mature, and understanding their return over multiple years is essential for strategic planning. This slide outlines a 4-phase model for projecting ROI across a typical 5-year horizon. In year 1, the focus is on implementation and initial returns. This is when you're laying the groundwork, building models, integrating systems, and launching pilots. ROI during this phase can range from 30% to plus 10%, as upfront costs often outweigh early gains. Key metrics include technical success, early adoption rates, and the establishment of performance baselines. Year 2 shifts toward optimization and scaling. You begin refining models, expanding usage, and improving efficiency. ROI typically climbs to plus 20% to plus 175%, driven by cost reductions and broader adoption. This is when you start seeing measurable business impact. In year 3, the focus is on integration and expansion. AI capabilities are embedded across products and departments, unlocking new use cases and cross-functional benefits. ROI can reach plus 150% to plus 150%, reflecting the compounding value of scale and synergy. Finally, years 4 and 5 represent maturity and innovation. AI becomes a core part of your business strategy, driving competitive advantage and accelerating innovation. ROI in this phase can soar to 100% to 300%, especially if your AI initiatives contribute to ecosystem growth or market leadership. When building your multi-year ROI model, use conservative estimates in the early years and apply sensitivity analysis to key variables like adoption rate, development timelines, and cost fluctuations. This ensures your projections remain realistic and adaptable. Now that we've explored individual components of AI ROI, let's bring it all together with an integrated framework. This model connects short-term measurement with long-term strategic value, creating a continuous feedback loop for smarter AI investment decisions. Start by identifying value drivers. Map each AI feature to specific business KPIs, whether it's revenue growth, cost savings, or customer satisfaction. This ensures your measurement efforts are aligned with what matters most to your organization. Next, establish a measurement plan. Define the metrics you'll track, set baselines, and determine how you'll collect data. This step is crucial for consistency and credibility. Without a clear plan, it's easy to misattribute results or overlook key performance indicators. Then, calculate initial returns. Measure the immediate impact of your AI initiative against its implementation costs. This gives you a snapshot of short-term ROI and helps validate your investment early on. From there, track ongoing performance. Monitor KPIs and total cost of ownership regularly, comparing actual results to your projections. This allows you to adjust course as needed and maintain accountability. Don't forget to assess long-term value. Look beyond financial metrics to evaluate strategic impact, such as competitive advantage, innovation velocity, and ecosystem growth. These elements often define the true success of AI initiatives. Finally, optimize and iterate. Use the insights from your ROI analysis to refine your AI strategy, prioritize future investments, and improve performance. This framework isn't static. It's designed to evolve with your organization and your technology. Now it's time to put everything we've learned into practice. In this workshop, you'll begin building your own AI ROI calculator, tailored to your organization's specific needs. This tool will help you quantify the impact of your AI initiatives and communicate value clearly to stakeholders. Start by defining your AI features' primary value drivers. Identify 2 to 3 key metrics that your AI directly influences, whether it's conversion rate, cost per transaction, or customer retention. These will form the foundation of your ROI model. Next, map secondary and tertiary impacts. AI often creates ripple effects across the business. For example, a chatbot might reduce support costs while also improving customer satisfaction and freeing up sales resources. Capturing these downstream effects gives you a more complete picture of value. Then, create a comprehensive cost inventory. Document all implementation and operational costs, including infrastructure, staffing, licensing, and maintenance. Don't forget hidden costs like compliance, retraining, and opportunity costs. After that, establish measurement methodologies. Define how you'll collect data for each metric, whether through A/B testing, analytics platforms, or customer feedback loops. Consistent, reliable data is key to accurate ROI tracking. Finally, build projection models with multiple scenarios. Create best case, expected, and worst case projections to account for uncertainty. This helps you prepare for variability and make more resilient investment decisions. By the end of this workshop, you'll have the framework for a calculator that's both simple enough for stakeholders to understand and sophisticated enough to capture AI's unique value patterns. Let's take a closer look at the structure of a well-designed AI ROI calculator. A good calculator balances simplicity for stakeholders with enough sophistication to capture the unique dynamics of AI value creation. This example is broken into 4 key components. First, we have the input parameters. These are the foundational assumptions that drive your model. Include your user base size and projected growth rate, current baseline metrics, expected performance improvements from AI, implementation and maintenance costs, and key timeline milestones. These inputs should be easy to update as your project evolves. Next is the direct impact calculation module. This is where you apply revenue and cost formulas to different user segments, incorporate A/B test projections, sensitivity analysis for key variables, and statistical confidence intervals to ensure your results are robust and credible. Then comes the TCO module, your total cost of ownership. This section should capture one-time implementation costs, ongoing operational expenses, team allocations, and infrastructure projections. It's essential to track these over time to maintain an accurate picture of your investment. Finally, the long-term ROI dashboard. This is your executive-facing view. It should include cumulative ROI tracking, payback period calculations, internal rate of return, IRR, net present value, NPV, and multi-year projection charts. This dashboard helps stakeholders quickly grasp the financial trajectory of your AI initiative. By combining these components, you'll have a calculator that not only supports decision-making, but also builds confidence in your AI strategy across technical and business teams. As we wrap up, let's revisit the key takeaways from today's session. Measuring AI ROI isn't just about crunching numbers. It's about building a multi-dimensional framework that captures both immediate financial returns and long-term strategic value. First, use a framework that goes beyond simple cost-benefit analysis. AI impacts multiple layers of your business, and your measurement approach should reflect that complexity. Include revenue, cost, user experience, and strategic differentiation in your evaluation. Second, account for the full lifecycle costs of AI. From implementation to ongoing operations and hidden risks, every dollar spent should be tracked and understood. This ensures your ROI calculations are grounded in reality. Third, implement proper attribution methods. Whether through A/B testing, direct uplift analysis, or incremental value modeling, it's essential to isolate the specific impact of AI features. This builds credibility and helps justify future investments. Fourth, Develop long-term value metrics. Strategic, operational, and ecosystem impacts often take time to materialize, but they're critical to understanding AI's true contribution. Make sure your framework includes both quantitative and qualitative assessments. Now, for your next steps. Complete the workshop exercises to build your custom ROI calculator. Schedule a follow-up session with your team to refine your metrics and align on priorities. Establish a quarterly ROI review process to keep your AI initiatives on track. And finally, share your framework with finance stakeholders to ensure alignment and support. With this approach, you'll be equipped to make smarter, data-driven decisions that maximize the value of your AI investments.